Where
are you flying to? Where are you flying to?
I'm liking the colors today.
Ooh, I know.
What color is this in Yoruba? Look at. Can you see that?
Ladies and gentlemen, ignore these two and welcome to Take 3, your daily destination for everything entertainment and pop culture. I'm Nick Jane, and as always, today's show is packed.
I know. You can say that in 3 languages. Coming up, we're touching on music making headlines. From boy Spyce sparking conversation with his recent comments to FAVE. Yes, she's reacting after plans around her birthday celebration hit a snag. I'll tell you all about it.
Absolutely, and that's really interesting. But of course, on Trending, we are taking a look at a viral moment involving actress Tonto that has social media talking, plus some of the reactions online. My name is Kate Adiogun. It is a packed show, and we want you to be a part of the conversation. Follow us at News Central TV across all platforms. We're live on YouTube as well, and you can also send in your thoughts on WhatsApp. The number is on your screen right now. Now, let's get into e-news for the day. Sam, my eyes on you.
Today, in the world of entertainment, Nollywood actress Tonto has shared a heartfelt video showing the emotional reunion between her son and his father, igniting waves of praise and faith-filled reactions across social media. In the clip posted online, the young boy is seen embracing his father with visible joy and emotion, prompting admirers to commend both parents for fostering a moment of unity and love. Many commenters also reflected on themes of forgiveness, family bonds, and emotional healing. Fans, of course, took to social platforms to celebrate the reunion, with some sharing prayers and encouragement, while others applauded DK for publicly promoting reconciliation and emotional well-being in a way that many found inspiring. Popular streamer and content creator Kai Cenat has reportedly returned to Lagos, Nigeria, stirring excitement among fans and online communities. While details remain emerging, social media users and insiders suggest his visit could be tied to pushing forward a school or educational project, a venture Cenat has hinted at supporting in past interactions with fans and creators. Videos from Lagos show the entertainer amid enthusiastic crowds, with observers noting the strong support from Nigerian youth. No official statement has yet been released about the specific nature or timeline of his project, but the buzz indicates his influence continues to resonate strongly across continents. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested Kannywood actress Sama Inoua over allegations related to naira mutilation, the act of defacing or damaging Nigeria's currency. According to the EFCC, the actress was apprehended in connection with an ongoing investigation into the unlawful handling and defacement of currency notes, a violation of Nigeria's Central Bank Act. The arrest highlights continued enforcement efforts aimed at safeguarding the integrity of the nation's legal tender. Samwa Inoua's legal representatives have not yet issued an official response, and the EFCC says the matter is under active investigation as proceedings move forward. On a final note, rapper Shabuzi has addressed the controversy that followed his acceptance speech at the Grammy Awards, in which he said immigrants built this country, prompting intense debate online and in the media. In his response, Shabuzi explained that his comment was meant to honor the contributions of immigrant communities, including his own family background, and to highlight the diverse cultural fabric of the United States. He expressed respect for different viewpoints while reaffirming his belief that immigrant stories deserve recognition and appreciation. The remarks initially sparked a range of reactions, with critics saying the statement was politically charged and supporters defending it as a valid acknowledgement of heritage and identity. Shabuzi's address seeks to clarify his intention amid the broader public discussion. That's all on entertainment news for today.
Welcome back to the show. Of course, you're watching Take 3. Please don't forget that you can be a part of the entire conversations, because we are about to get into them and they are hot. But back to the news, because now you're up to date. If Kai Cenat is here in Nigeria, we better have him on the show. I mean,
yeah, we should drag him. I saw a post earlier that I just met with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, by the way, so.
Hello, Mr. Governor, sir. You know where
We'll send him a message.
We're doing appeal
Who's
now.
why are we talking to the governor?
Mr. Governor, sir. Talk to, is now his boy now. Like, help us talk to your boy.
Okay.
It would only go to your elders.
I feel like it's easier to reach out to Kai himself.
Than the
Mr.
governor.
Governor.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Well, let's get into the conversation, shall we?
Right.
Singer, of course, making record singer, Boy Spyce is trending following comments he made about relationships and submission. Now, when I did see this comment, I'm going to be honest with you, the first thing that came to my mind was, he's dating? He's old enough, but wait, in a statement that quickly gained attention online, Boy Spyce suggested that a woman who does not submit to his leadership or guidance does not deserve his protection. Now, if you're, okay, people are reacting to it now, but I mean, there's a, again, I mean, he's allowed to make these statements, right? The comments spread rapidly across social media platforms, as is expected, because he's popular and we like controversy, okay? And people have reacted to this one. So the screen right now is showing a couple of reactions to it, but...
This was his second post, because the first one, we can go, but let's go back to the first one so that we have the right context. So somebody tweeted, Priya Tessa Smith here tweeted that some men will carry you when your feet hurt. Others will stand there and say, I warned you about those heels. If he lectures you when you're in pain, he is not your person. The right one lifts first and then talks later. He now reacted to that tweet saying, if you cannot submit to my leadership or guidance, then I don't owe you any protection. If I'm nice enough to still come through for you, then you are in no place to dictate my process. Next time, listen or be with someone you love enough to listen to. So the person, I think it was another person that came back to say, leadership for ordinary heels. So that's when he now mentioned that it's just metaphorical speaking, right? Just to highlight defiance and rebellion of, you know, maybe from your partner.
Do you think this is about love? Because I feel like they're different. I don't want to say love languages. People, of course, like, within relationships, people treat people differently. You know what I mean? Would you say that because when Kate, who I always tell that she's taller than me in heels, God forbid, falls down, now don't fall, you know, and then I say, Kate, I told you about these heels. Does it mean that I don't love Kate because I didn't, first of all, say, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
does it necessarily mean that you don't love the person?
I think it just depends on, one, the context, and also how the nature of their relationship, and most importantly, the tone. Right? There's a way someone can say, I told you so, and you're both laughing about it. Like, even though. There's a way someone can say, I told you so, and you start to feel quite stupid.
Yeah.
You know,
so I think that was why the person emphasized lecturing. The difference between I told you so and then starting to lecture, like, I told you that shoe was not good for you. Like, let's even take romantic partners out of it. Has it ever happened with your parents where your mom says, don't do something, and you insist that she lets you do it, right? It's not going to be a playful, I told you so. You are going to get an earful, right? And I think what the lady that put out the original tweet was trying to say, if your partner is someone who feels like in that moment where you are in pain, that's when he wants to bring out the book of records and really rub it in, then maybe you shouldn't be with that person.
Yeah.
But I think tone is so important, honestly.
Yes,
I like that you said that.
That's why when people were reacting to it, the first thing that came to my mind was, I feel like they were just attacking his manner of approach to this particular conversation.
Maybe, or the word submission.
What is the big deal about submission? What is the big deal about
I haven't responded to Boy Spyce yet too.
What is the big deal?
I'm still going to say something about
Once a man says submission like this, the women are already...
Yes, because why are we triggered about the word submission? Why are we so triggered about it?
You know, the thing about triggers, exactly, once there's abuse, people definitely, of course, will. It's not traumatic for some people, you know, because some people who are expecting that, you know, you submit to them have abused that privilege. Some of them are being wicked about it, you know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is both male and female, you know.
Absolutely.
No, but then more male than female because the submission lines is always traditionally, it's always
but in the Bible,
even in the Bible,
that's why I also said traditionally. It's always the woman submitting to the man. So we can't even say that, oh, both ways, that yes, there are women that have been mean. Or if we're talking under the bracket of submission, yes, there have been men that have abused it.
And they still are abusing it.
I was going to make a joke, but then that might be abusing it, you know, because I'm the only guy on set here. Should you guys, like, submit to me?
Thank God the Bible says his wives submit to your husband. I'm sure you have somebody submit.
I was going to make another joke, but I won't say it.
No, wait. Sam, do you or do you not have someone submitted to you?
You know, I do.
See, as far as I'm
That's why I'm
concerned,
asking for my submission.
and
That collects it
I
at
like the
home.
fact that you said you do, because as far as I'm concerned, submission is a show of strength. It does not necessarily mean slavery. And just like you said, we've abused it. That's why we are so triggered when somebody says submit to your husband or submit to your partner, because submission is not necessarily physical submission, like you have to bow down, my Lord, my Lord and my Savior. It's not about that. It could also be it could be physical, yes, like okay, baby, hold me or whatnot. Take the lead. But it could also be submitting to his guidance, submitting to his opinions. Because in a way, as a husband, maybe your wife calls you and says, baby, go get the kids at school, please. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If you go ahead and go take the kids in school, you've submitted to your wife in a way because you've helped her.
You know, let's take a step further. Now, I no shade, I love my Yoruba people, but some of you know how like you can say something but still nag about it and still like do things begrudgingly.
Yes.
Is that then still submission? You know what I mean?
I think it is.
I don't agree.
I think
you know,
it is in a way.
There's some kind of submission you are like, kidney.
In a way.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's why the slavery parts, we should remove it from it.
You guys, I feel like shifts.
Sorry.
Boy Spyce.
Because this is a young boy, Abby.
No, it's still the funny thing.
What?
Just like Sam said, you can ask it when we saw the news. I said, he's old enough. I'm sorry. I was very surprised.
He's probably dating now.
I didn't think that it was old enough, but
his babe should come out too. Is she submitting?
But that's not where I'm going with it. The context under which submission is expected is husband and wife, and that's between male, female. They call it a horizontal relationship, right? You submit to your father, you submit to people in places of authority. But when we want to talk about romantic relationships, that clause is only activated when the vows have been made.
Hey,
it's the truth.
So wait.
So I cannot. So it's a little. It's goofy that you would expect that she would submit to you in such a way that you are saying, "Oh, my protection is a gift." Like your relationship doesn't even have that context to begin with.
When you guys are dating, it's not like you're doing talking stage. You are dating to probably get married,
so
and you're getting to know each other.
Girl,
so I need to know
how many people in this day and age are actually dating to get married.
That's not what they're doing.
How many? Apparently, I keep finding out some very strange things.
People are.
People date.
I don't know where you're finding those
things. We're talking about throuples. We're talking about throuples the other day. Those people that are doing throuples and open relationships, did they tell you they're trying to get married?
To each his own.
Well, some of them do.
Some of them do get married.
In marriages that are open. It's not Misha.
Some of them do. But what I'm even saying again is the protection in this case could also be, or the submission and the protection part of it could also be, is this person my safe space? And we say that a whole lot in relationships, that you have to be my safe space, you have to be my peace and whatnot. So if you are my trouble space,
actually, why are you with someone?
But you know, I think it's important to like submit, and to be honest, I think it's two ways. You know, I'm not expecting that the woman alone will submit and the man will not submit. You know, that in some sense, you're also listening to your wife. You're both coming together, and even though it seems like you're the one who decides, you're not. You're both coming together. You're going to listen to both sides, and as a man now be able to take a step to say, okay, based on what we talked about, this is a conclusion. But here's my own problem. It's not even the submission; it's the protection. Because I don't feel in any. Wait, no, exactly. Because I'm thinking to myself, that's a love that's not a safe space. If already I know if I make a mistake, I'm not going to have you to pick me up. I'm not going to have you to.
You're only going to protect me when I listen to you.
That's a bit scary, though.
That part
that's why I said, no, we're debating.
Like,
we're dwelling too much on the submission.
We didn't leave her on the floor. She falls down with the heels now. Just say, kids.
Because you didn't listen to me. So the only time that you're going to have safety from me or protection
is when you're perfect.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I mean, that brings us to the kind partner.
Let's be honest. Both man know, both woman know. Our coconut head is plenty.
Honestly.
And sometimes you say something that I just don't agree with. I want to wear the his. I'm not perfect. It doesn't mean you should love me any less.
Until you start to date.
Then
you start to see flaws and you're wondering, wow.
That's why we should also strive to make sure that the person we're with is very kind. Because if you have a kind partner, I don't think that this will come into play where you know that my feet is hurting, or maybe I'm cold. We're at the cinema and I'm very cold.
You should have taken your jacket.
Something like that. It made me remember one video that I saw on social media. It's about this Spanish actress, if I'm not mistaken. She wore heels and they were going to go on a Ferris wheel and all of that. And the man was like, baby, we're leaving the house now. Please carry flip-flops. So he said, no, I can handle it. They got to the Ferris wheel. The leg, baby, my leg. The guy went to get her flip-flops. You know,
baby
so that
Wow.
Let's take some reactions about this one, guys. We'll take some reactions on X with regards to this particular conversation. And you can also join the conversation as well. The WhatsApp number is on the screen. And we're live on YouTube at New Central TV Live. Okay. So what do we have here? This one is from Chi_Dave2. It says, but the guy is right. You cannot be a disobedient wife and expect protection from your man. If he's protecting you, he is manipulated into doing. So don't just think you will get a man's protection without submission. And if you cannot submit, you are not fit to be a wife.
That woman has two husbands because she's the queen of submission.
You know people are strict.
Mr_Chiboye says, protection is not a reward you dangle for obedience. If someone needs to submit before you treat them with care, that's not leadership. That's control. Real strength is protecting people because it is right, not because they bowed to you.
Hey.
Shekere for Chiboy.
Yeah. Adegoroye 168814 says, submission is not by demand. You also need to show that you can lead. When a woman senses that you are weak and you speak more than you act, she won't submit. Lead first and submission will fall into places. That makes sense. That Street 5 years says, submission in marriage means a wife chooses to respect and support her husband's leadership. This is not about her being inferior or blindly obeying him. It's a voluntary partnership. Many men don't act like real husbands or leaders. They fail to guide, protect, or serve their families. Yet, they demand their wives submit anyway. Okay, Mr. Burrish here says, protection from what exactly? Isn't it the reason we have police?
Wow.
Tina Bolt says, submission is a natural thing expected from a woman. It does not require force from a man. Every woman is expected to do that, whether it deserves it or not. God requires it. If you married an animal, wow, leave God to judge him, but do your best and submit. You don't have any choice in the matter. The Bible was explicit on that one.
Let's be clear, right? When you talk about submission, it's not a blind thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's as sad as that comment is, it's true. If you do get married to someone who is delulu, a bit crazy, at the end of the day, you're still going to submit, but not entirely, in the sense that you know that is going to hurt you back because you're submitting to foolishness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That in some sense means you need to protect yourself as well, especially if it's a track record that this man or woman, do you understand, cannot lead.
So here's the thing. One, I don't think submission is a two-way street. I think that wives ought to submit to their husbands. I believe that husbands ought to lead their homes. That being said, I just want to make sure that we are not misunderstanding this thing. The original tweets that Boy Spyce responded to, I don't think it was talking about the context of marriage. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It was talking about the context of having a kind partner. Like it feels like his conversation about protection and, you know, it's a gift and submission. It has shifted. It all go handball on that corner. The main thing was having a kind partner. Someone who loves you enough to not dangle "I told you so" over your head when you are in pain.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your partner can move mad, and yes, you told them, oh, rescue them. When you finish,
You can now, yeah.
do you understand? I saw a video on Instagram. This lady was going for a training run. And before she barely started, like she had just gone a couple of miles, she pooped her pants. And it was a 4 a.m. run. And then she's making a video and she's like, oh my God, that she thought it was just a fart, but now she pooped her pants and she's uncomfortable with 4 a.m. and she doesn't know what to do, so she called her boyfriend. And she was, you know, just ranting that she felt so bad calling him because it's early in the morning. And he comes, obviously, to rescue her. He comes with towels. He makes sure I put towel on the car seat. So when she entered the car, the first thing she said was, are you not going to laugh at me? And he said, not now.
Until later.
Later.
We'll deal with that later.
Do you get?
I feel like
later,
it's
I will throw you.
Yeah, I think it's also the same thing when they say that you can chastise yourself in private, but not in public. You know, it's like you do something wrong now, and I'm like, oh no, she didn't do anything wrong. But when we get to, I'm like, You know that what you do is very wrong, right? Do you have sex like this?
You get,
you know that kind of stuff.
Really, the person that said, don't dangle your... I feel very offended.
Your protection
that he thinks
over...
that the protection is a gift. In that case, then she can also argue that her submission is a gift.
But honestly,
the same way you expect submission as a duty, she should also expect protection as a duty.
But in the same Bible we're
regardless.
talking about that we do agree, you know, did say the woman should submit to the man. Also talked about the man loving the
their
woman
wives.
Laying down his life.
like the church, like Christ did for the church.
Put the clause of to the point of
So literally, he's going to
laying
catch a
down your
grenade
life.
for you.
Yeah, my bro.
He's going to jump off a train.
So if his
not meal.
heels, that's your issue, my bro. You're not ready to
But
start.
you know, Ekemini asked a good question. Ekemini had said, you know, that the question really is about, are you dating a nice person? You know,
kind.
What's interesting is how many people are nice and kind.
Individuals on their own. Outside of dating relationships,
kind,
how many of you are
more
even kind to
kind?
your friends? How many of you are kind to your co-workers?
Honestly.
Like, Sam's not nice to me.
Take that back, Ekemini. Take it back. We do have comments. Please drop your comments as well on WhatsApp. Someone here said, good evening, good people. Well done for the nice program.
Thank you.
It says, please, people should realize that submission is not slavery. If you love someone, you will submit without even being asked because you trust the person.
Yeah,
It
I
says
love it.
there's a level of love that comes with submission. You have to believe in someone to be able to submit. Emeka from Kano. Emeka, fantastic.
Thank you,
And Mecca is a
Mecca is
regular
our
on this
fan.
show.
We gotta give him a take 3. Come on.
Yes.
That's a good
Hi,
one.
Mecca.
That's a good
Mecca
one.
is our fan.
But honestly, it's not slavery, and it's something that should naturally come out of you. We expect that this love, these forgiving spirits, this kindness, this gentleness should come out of everybody. But let's not lie, we're all Nigerians.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
There's
We're
that.
all a bit
Yeah.
traumatized. You know,
We're going through a lot.
we've been through a lot. So sometimes you don't realize that, oh, I shouldn't have spoken to baby like that. You know, I should have been nicer.
Yeah.
The cocoa of the matter is, we're not perfect, but when you realize you want to do better every day.
Do better. I was
That's
going to
it.
say that yes, as much as for some people it comes naturally, for those who it does not come naturally to, they can learn.
Again, let's not dwell on the whole submission thing and forget the fact that mans who may not even be old enough said that protection is a
Rest,
gift. I'm just saying, his
Don't worry,
protection
we got the Nigerian police,
is a
okay?
gift. Exactly.
They'll protect.
It's
us.
a gift, bawo, uncle, gift over being kind. That's when you remember that your protection is a gift.
So let's be clear, though. I mean, there are people, of course, who get extreme. There are women who deliberately know my guy will come to save me.
Oh,
And
yes.
I can act a
Very
mess, you know. He can say, don't go out. Yeah, I'm going out, baby. It's the time of the month. I'm going out to treat my friends. Okay, at least don't drink. You know that you have a limit. No, you go out and you're a
I'm
mess.
fine.
Of course, he will come to save you, but he's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
You know, the same way a mother would look at a child, and not to see women as children, but just a little bit.
Well, babies.
You're babies. I'm just a baby.
I'm not.
But you know what I mean? Like the same way.
Is,
a
I'm a
apparently,
baby.
I did not know
Independent
that.
woman.
Now you said,
I did not
I'm
know
a
that.
baby me
But
very
Kate is a
well,
baby.
please.
But honestly,
I'm an adult.
the
An
same
adult,
way-
a codependent adult, but an adult regardless. Just saying.
Amen to that.
I need your help. I need all the softness, but I'm an adult.
Okay. But the same way a mom would, you know, handle her child. And the child will make some mistakes, you know. Well, you'll be like, I heard your wife will say this where you're like, don't go there because you're looking at him. Okay, when you fall inside, you will now, you know. But
Okay, you're supposed to do the Yoruba translation. You know Sam Yoruba is
Do
not
what?
by its
I'm
range.
Canadian, guys. Don't forget that.
You know Sam Yoruba.
Baby knows Yoruba. Baby does not know Yoruba, so let's leave it.
See our ancestor.
Okay.
You know Sam Yoruba is on walking stick.
We got more. Somebody here says, hey, is this, wait, you wrote here, many a man. Okay.
Oh.
But it says could not love his wife.
James version.
That's it. Okay, maybe is what's trying to. Maybe the man could not love his wife. That is why submission is difficult. If a man loves his wife, submission comes naturally. I'm a bit confused about that. If a man
loves his wife, submission comes naturally.
Like
So
if she
Yeah,
feels
you get to
loved.
do things for her.
Okay, wait, I think we need to understand that.
You can love somebody and you'll be angry
submit
later.
nothing, no.
Ha.
Yeah, you go love who no submit. Man don't say you like this. It's not by that. Both parties need to understand that this thing is a case of duty and obligation. It is the woman's obligation to submit. It is the man's obligation to
love
lead.
and protect.
Sometimes.
And die for this.
So, you know, sometimes it will not be easy. Sometimes it will be frustrating. We are hoping that those two things coexist and the synergy and the home thrives and flourishes. But in the event of one person not doing their duty, you know me say you no need to do your own.
Preach.
Because at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. So
My girls, these people are like sounding like, relationship experts. People have been married for like 5 years. Wow.
That's the only married person on the set.
Stop. This one here says, good afternoon. What a great program. It is a command from God for a woman to respect and honor her husband. But these days we have two women. Women married to themselves. Oh, wow. It says, just imagine the guy hanging this program. How on earth do you expect a woman to be respectful to him? What is... did you and the woman... well, it's a bit confusing to read that, but I get it. I get it. All right, one more. Someone had said, hello, my favorite show, Take 3. Oh, that is so sweet. It says, I am Owolabi from Ogun State. All the way, we love you. It says, I'm a big fan of the show. And my 2 cents on this is that you can't expect submission from someone you are not married to.
Oh,
you are
God.
going to marry.
No. That's what I'm saying. When you enter, that clause will now be activated.
True.
But we have boyfriends.
But you have to plan. You have to be getting ready.
Nobody's negating that. We have people that are doing talking stages. We have boyfriends. We have men refusing to commit. Wanting the same level of submission that is expected to be given to a husband. He's not,
and you will see that
he's not done.
Before
He's
you
not
start
done.
submitting to somebody and doing wife duty, show Ojo will show you. You will see.
Yoruba is back.
Maybe you don't know Yoruba. Oh, you guys are.
I thought maybe you don't know Yoruba.
You will see now. Won't you know what you want to submit to?
Some people don't know. They're going to take this as a blanket statement.
Some people want to turn a blind eye to these things.
You know the thing? There are random men out there saying that every woman ought to submit to them, forgetting that submission is within a specific context. The Bible said, wives, submit to your husbands, not women submit to the male folk.
Yeah, but there should be a level of respect and submission.
Remember, we're all planning to remember that guy that came out and talked about, doing certain things even before getting married, and after you now calculate everything, you don't have those things, you now leave you. Remember that? So at the end of the day, we need to make sure we're paying attention, making sure your values align. If not, let's not bother.
That's why we date. People don't turn them to young people scatter.
We're dating to marry.
That's why we do auditions. That's what they're doing.
Wow, she called it audition.
Yes, that's what they're doing these days.
We're going to go on a quick break, but let's take this one. Hello, my favorite show, Take 3. I'm Owolabi from Ogun State. Oh, did I take this already?
Yeah,
no.
I think
Did I?
took Owolabi.
It says, okay, he didn't finish. He says, Kate and Ekemini, you look, this word, maybe I didn't go to school. Jesus Christ. He's trying to say y'all look good.
Oh, wait, Kate and Ekemini, you look pulchritudinos. Samuel look dandy as always. Woo! We'll go on a break. While me and Kate go and Google the word that they said out here.
I know the meaning,
We'll be right back. This is still Take 3, guys. Oh my God. Okay, guys, welcome. So before we went on the show, someone paid us went on a break. Someone paid us a very lovely compliment. Kate, what's the word again? They said we look pulchritudinos.
Yeah.
We Googled it and know what it means.
You Googled it.
It means beautiful.
Wait. Oga, you two do. Why didn't you just say they look beautiful? Kidney, you want me to bite my tongue?
No, we need the effects.
Guys, you see how heavy it felt?
I'm sure everybody was like,
oh my God, these girls,
y'all are feeling yourself too much now.
Oh, please.
Thank you so much. Anyways, on to our next hot topic of the day. Singer FAVE is also making headlines after expressing frustration over the cancellation of her planned birthday concert. Now, according to reports and online conversations, the event was cancelled by promoters due to the timing coinciding with Ramadan. FAVE took to social media to share her disappointment, suggesting the situation could have been handled differently. Let's see. So FAVE said, I started this year wanting to do my first show in Nigeria on my birthday as an independent artist, and back to back, promoters kept sending word to my team saying the same thing. I grew up in the South and never heard of Ramadan practices until I was in my late teens. I respect all religion, but I'm Christian, and I really want to do this on my birthday. So if you're reading this and are open to organize, I'd be so happy.
Aww.
Yeah, so there was a tweet before this one. I don't know if we have that one. I'm trying to get that one. I think that was the one that actually got people a little bit, you know, irked. Do you understand? So if I find it, I'm definitely going to read that one out. What are you singing?
Isn't that FAVE?
Well,
No, is that how she sang it?
Well, I'm not FAVE. I'm Dandy, but I tried. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, this is, I want to say sad.
I found it.
You found
Let me
it?
take
Okay,
it.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
So the first one is, she says, so I was trying to do a show in Nigeria on my birthday this year, but they are telling me shows are not allowed during Ramadan. I am a little confused. So that was the first one she posted.
But have you heard that before?
That's what
I've never heard that before. That shows are not allowed. Who? By who?
I've never heard that before.
It's not a government
that's why
show.
I don't have much to say on this. Yes, that's why she said it's from the organizers, right? So she reached out to these organizers that, oh, I want to do an event on so-so day, which falls during the period of the Ramadan, you know, and they are saying that, okay, Ramadan is prohibited during this period, according to them. But I feel like it's not like there's a law that says, oh, Ramadan is prohibited.
Yes.
I think it is just for commercial reasons.
No,
because during that time, there is the social integration of Muslims and Christians, you know, when you out in the society, basically. So if you're organizing a show around that period and Ramadan, I mean, Muslims are probably want to stay indoors. It's holy month, they are fasting. And I think it also coincides with the Lent thing too this year.
Yeah, let me see when Lent is supposed to
I think it also does. So I feel like it's not so much of a big deal, quote unquote. It's just like, oh, we are thinking of the business side of things. Because if you are going to sell tickets and all that, we might not have massive turnout like you're probably expecting. There are some brands that would not even associate with events during this period because it's low sales for them.
That's
so for
interesting.
me, I think
I would have disagreed.
It's probably the commercial parts.
So here's something I want us to know. So FAVE wants to have this on her birthday. Her birthday is on the 13th of March, which, yes, falls within the periods of Ramadan and Lent. And those periods, right, people tend to, want to be more sober, more pious in their living. So maybe that's why organizers are shying away from it. And it also depends on where, right? I don't think that areas that are, they're like cities that don't have very intense religious activities, right? Because I find it hard to believe that they're going to cancel every single concert. The fact that we're hearing this from FAVE, I'm not even saying that she's lying, but I'm saying, I don't know, maybe your team should really look into this because you can't be the only artist. Now, mind you, Lent and Ramadan, or let's use Ramadan, that's the context that she used. Ramadan is between, I think, is it 17th of February to this 17th of March, right? Are they saying that within that bracket, we will not see any concerts in Nigeria?
I'm even surprised.
It's not like they've cancelled our concert. It's not like the concert
She said they don't want to organize it because of this. So I really need to understand, are they giving this response to every other artist out there?
I got to be honest. First of all, I'm a bit surprised because, again, it's the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
But also, I'm thinking this is in some form a holiday period. You know what I mean? Whether you're fasting, I mean, you're, of course, like reverencing God. But at the same time, there would be a time to break. And I feel like at the end of it, you want to celebrate. I'm just a bit surprised because, again, as a Christian, in Christmas, we still do concerts.
Yeah,
you know, and of course, we're the ones maybe allowed to do that, and where the Christians were saying, sure, we want to celebrate this in different forms. And I'm not saying anyone should follow that same thread, but I'm just saying, if FAVE is a Christian, and she's not trying to exclude other people from attending, but
I'm sure there are other people who would want to attend. I mean, are they trying to also say that the population or the demographic of FAVE's fans are Muslims?
Exactly, because if she's a Christian,
what happened to the other people that
Nigeria
are
itself is not even a one. It's not one. We're not entirely like a Muslim or Islamic, you know, state or country. So I'm just like, it shouldn't really affect. If she wants to do it, there are people who would say, you know what, I will rather miss my mother's something and go. You know, there are people who are going to be like, I will skip work. I will skip school.
Again, for me, I'm deciding to think about it from the angle of the commercial part of or the business part of it. Like you said earlier, I've not heard any artist come out to say this before. This one is a first, as far as I'm concerned. But I guess more updates will come with regards to it in coming days. But let's take some reactions with regards to this story. shall we now? This one is from Ajia_Rookie, who says, if not clout, how many people know her? She should rest, please. She just wants to trend. With or without fasting, how many people would go for her show? In fact, how many non-Muslims like her enough to attend her show on a very good day?
What is she talking about?
Okay.
I'm sorry, bro, because you're here responding to the person that apparently is unknown. But continue, my sister.
Okay.
Wow.
Fadeke Ojora here says, I don't understand. Shows and parties still happen in Nigeria during Ramadan. Is there some context I'm missing? As long as you're not holding your show at the mosque.
My dear.
How does this concern Muslims fasting? I'm more than a little confused.
Her team needs to look into this. It's not streets.
Or maybe the brands they're reaching out to.
Jaboy back here says, I've noticed a pattern with this girl. She loves to create tribal and religious issues on the timeline. I was born in Muslim and in the Southwest, and all my life I've never seen them stop any events because of Ramadan. It's only Muslims that used to stop themselves from doing a lot of events because of Ramadan. We don't care about what others do. Please stop lying.
Wow. So, okay, don't forget you can, of course, join the conversation. WhatsApp, YouTube as well. You want to take this one?
Yeah,
okay, go
let me
ahead.
take this one. This one is from the Grandma Boy. It says, Fave, if it's Ramadan period, some might not want to rent their venue out. But you can still find a Christian-owned venue that will rent out. But your turnout might not be as much because it's Ramadan. Maybe don't get a big hall. If it's Southwest where Muslims are a lot, try get a small hall. People cannot stop you from doing your shows, but a Muslim-owned hall may say no.
And I respect that.
Thing. Yes, it could just be that the people that they're reaching out to, they have their own personal restrictions.
I mean, a lot of comments, but honestly, like we said, we're still a bit surprised. Most of the comments that we're getting on YouTube, I feel people are still going back to the submission conversation. So I'm just we're a bit done with that.
Yeah, actually.
But honestly, I feel like she should still go ahead. Find whatever organizers can make it happen. And I think as a musician, she's not only celebrating a milestone as her age, you know, growing, but also the music. Like the comment about nobody knows FAVE, I'm shocked.
Exactly, that's
like,
like, but sis, you're here.
Let's not get that wrong. It might not be from a demeaning point of view.
I mean,
like, because
that was very dismissive.
It's not Ashake or Wizkid or
we want to say that because they're guys, and then maybe the industry kind of makes it easier.
Tiwa Savage then.
But what we're saying is, FAVE might not be as popular as those people.
But she can fool her own crowd.
True, but honestly, even the music that she creates, if there was a team, remember her statement also did say, as an independent artist, promise you if she wasn't, she'd be way bigger. She's had viral songs on socials with the choir. The Kante that we know we're singing with Davido, let's not lie, she bodied that song.
Yes, she did.
You know, so to say that this, because she's ranting about this or saying what her honest opinion is, she's lying or
frustrated.
It's not.
Like, I understand.
Let her speak.
I understand her frustration. But actually, we do have YouTube comments. Exactly. Adewa Joshi 7091 on YouTube says, we love our no favor. Please help me tell them, my guy. Help me tell them. We do no fave.
We love FAVE.
We cannot use a small demographic to decide that everybody knows how.
That person said, how many people want to go? That person said nobody will attend.
Nobody will go. Yes, now. She said fasting or no fasting, how many people will attend the concert?
I will sing almost every song that people sing.
Okay, but you know that the organizers, they have a say in this thing as well. Especially just like you said, she's an independent artist. What if they've done their own
feasibility study and they're
like, this might not studies have come up, yes. Her team really needs to tell her the truth, or they need to really look into it because it's not a Ramadan thing.
Somebody dropped this comment, and I want to start from the end. It says, they not just want to organize her event.
They do! Oh, talk true, John.
It might not be that.
Oh my goodness. It says, hi, Take 3, I'm Tito. This just looks like they don't want to organize her event because if she wants to host an event, it will be in the evening. And they would have broken their fast for the day. So they'll be able to attend.
You know the funny thing,
everybody that break their fast and then go and do
they may want to do.
It's like they fast with them, Abby.
I know they fast with them.
No, but we have Christian fast. My thing is that this is funny because they're making this sound as if her entire fan base, as if she's a Muslim artist. Do you get like, oh, she's singing Muslim religious songs, therefore the demographic that she's catering to will not be available. This is funny, and they also need to tell me if they're going to cancel every single concert in Nigeria between
that period.
that Ramadan period.
If
It's
it
not
was-
as more as, you know, the period that is not Ramadan.
So
But of
honestly-
course, I believe that some
Are they going
events
to cancel
happen.
all the concerts?
Some events definitely happen.
See, all this what we're talking about. If Wizkid, with that Wizkid FC,
If it's just
if
coughing,
Wizkid
that's
say,
the thing now.
Do you know the
I want to
do you know the amount of people that we want to do that? That's the thing. That's why I'm saying I'm deciding to look at it from the commercial part or the business part of it for them.
Organizers
because
do-
it's not about Ramadan.
I know they talk
It's
true.
not.
Organizers do better.
My own is they're not telling her the
Okay,
truth.
my
So
money
I'm
is not
sorry,
coming into my
but
pocket.
Someone's not telling you the truth. Somebody is not telling you the truth. That's what I have to say. Go and ask your team. They're lying to you.
Okay, well, my team too. They've told me that I should take trading now. So let's go to trading, ladies and gentlemen.
On that.
All right, you're still watching Take 3, and of course, welcome back to Trending. Now, today on Trending, Nigerian actress Tonto DK posted TikTok videos of the heartfelt moment where Churchill, her estranged husband and ex, embraced their 10-year-old son, and Tonto DK joined in, of course, all under subtle gospel music. And she called it a divine turnaround through faith, crediting Pastor Eze, Jerry Eze, for her growth into a stronger woman after their messy 2017 split divorce, as we may say, and, you know, of course, the custody battles as well. Now, Churchill, now remarried with 2 kids, shared his joy at hearing King Andre, who is Tonto's son or their child, call him daddy again, framing the gathering as restoration for co-parenting. So we're going to watch this video and check out some reactions.
Aw, they're
know.
so. Can we be honest? Like this is adorable. When I saw, it, I was like,
Yeah.
this is so cute.
It is.
You know, and for whatever reason, I would like to see this on socials. I'd like to see this because we're talking about reunions. We're talking about restoration. We're talking about this is better than bad gossip. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
it's
so
better.
I'm happy about this. And look at the smile on that boy's face.
Oh, my goodness.
God knows that kids need both parents.
Yes.
They need the father figure. They need a good example.
want it
And
even.
under this, you know, in the presence of, you know, hallelujah, a pastor, you know, I'm
Yeah,
excited
it's
about
good to
this.
see,
Do
actually.
you know the thing that crossed my mind when I saw this video?
Why?
Oh my God, that boy looks like his father.
Too much!
Daddy's boy.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's that man's baby.
Oh my God, too much.
Why has that man not been with his baby?
It's like it's fitting out like this.
Ha!
No, they look alike.
How was it even possible to separate that?
Yeah, they look alike too
What?
much. And I love to
The
see
resemblance
this.
on
And it brings me back to Harry's song and the Alexa Perez conversation.
Are we
were
gonna
talking
see
about
this
how
someday?
I pray that she gets the strength to fight for this joint custody
Yeah.
for, you know, between herself and Harry's song so that the kids can enjoy parental care as well. Or
But then it's
co-parental care as
also,
well.
I know that in this day and age, everybody is touting co-parenting and everybody can do it. The Kardashians are doing it and all the favorite people are doing it. But please, 1, don't go about having kids with random people.
Period.
2, work on your marriage. Try to fight for it. You understand that some situations are extreme, they're abusive. We hope that you don't find yourself in that situation. So pick well, marry well, and stay married. Stop putting these children through this because all of a sudden, everybody now knows how to co-parent. It is still, see, co-parenting is a contingency plan. It's
In
plan
case
B.
everything fails.
It's if all else, as in, co-parenting is if all else fails.
Yeah.
Your top of the list is working on your marriage and giving your children a healthy home. Please, this is not a trend. It is not a cute thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And with regards to
please.
the stay married as well, please stay married if it makes sense. If it does not make sense, please watch it. Let's take some reactions with regards to this one on X. Every politics one here says someone who abandons you for over a decade does not suddenly grow a conscience. When they return, it's usually with an agenda. Take care of your child. Involve trusted family and don't give them room to hurt you again. Okay? N6 of Life 6 here said, oh, so many 6. I still don't trust this woman. Next year, she fit change them for the same Jesus she dey worship today.
Wow.
She's a highly unstable character. Sorry, but I'm not convinced. I wish them well.
Ain't nobody trying to convince you, though.
Unique Caddy says, this is beautiful. Just goes to show that no matter what someone says online and rants or bants about their ex, they will always deep down wish things was different. Good luck to her. Okay? Fearless King 556 says, peace looks good on them after all the noise over the years. Seeing forgiveness and co-parenting win is refreshing. May it last and bring healing to little Andre. Most importantly, God is faithful. 100.
Hallelujah.
CC of Lagos 1 year says, Jesus, yeah. You have done it again. This is the essence of Christianity, reconciliation, no ego, just Jesus winning. Amen. Drali Samuel says, one thing I'm impressed with Tonto is that she gave the man his son. No game. No DNA required. DNA with that picture.
You see the copy and paste.
She was faithful whilst in the relationship despite her waywardness. Oh, some ladies, they would have been battling paternity issues. Abiodun Show 74728 here says, so this is a wake-up call to all previously married baby mamas.
Wow.
We need to create more happy families where children feel loved and happy. This video is an example. We have too many uncultured youths on the streets these days. Cultured youth starts from a happy family relationship.
I do agree.
I think it's... want to take this one? Let's take this one.
Prof. Celestin says, finally, I hope this is finally though. Finally, those of you who were mocking her that her ex-husband will just be laughing at her because she gave her life to Christ. Shame on you all. Official_DL says, fruits of Christianity. This is good.
I think, we don't think about how important this is. People just think about it because they're not the ones in the situation, when you think about it and you realize this is a child who's probably said, where is daddy? Does daddy not love me?
Split when this child was like a year old.
And you're asking yourself, because remember, you're in school. Other classmates will be asking.
Everybody has a daddy.
People have PTA and they're coming with their parents and you don't have.
Or visits days.
And you're asking, can I see a picture? Especially it now depends because these fights are messy and we do admit that their split was messy. But people always say that, when couples are fighting, don't put yourself, they will go back and reconcile. You never really know because truly when you like someone, even though there's a thin line between love and hate, anything could happen. You miss this person. You want that to be, you wish it turned out differently. You know what I mean? I just think that people should honestly put their head down. Remember that the kids are very, very important. And if you don't believe her, it's your business.
Yes, I'm not convinced.
It's your business.
Excuse me. Up already.
You're not convinced? Oh, how cute. Very cute of you to think
she
put it for you to say, oh, wow, Tonto, thank you for convincing me that your child needs a father. Are you joking? Somebody is giving her child what is good for their child and you're saying, I'm not convinced. I don't trust her.
Come on, buds. I'm sure they've thought about that, everything that this lady put us through, everything she said about this man. I mean, if we think about it, it's kind of valid, but we should also remember that she has changed.
Put through the thing has decided to reconcile and decides that he wants to be in his child's life, then it's you.
Can we talk about
it? It's not your data because you think that you got data.
No, it's fine.
People will have their opinions
But they need to
regardless.
understand that besides the fact that this is on social media, people are messy. In our day-to-day life, we know people that are messy, people that have made mistakes.
So I think that are tweeting.
I think what we don't realize is like the power of forgiveness, honestly. This could have been one messy. There are people who have way worse type of breaks
who stay messy for 30-something years.
Honestly, so I feel like, again, this is a reminder that at the end of the day, whatever someone has done to you, if you want to move forward and let that baggage go, you can. You can forgive them and for your own peace, for their own peace, or for unity coming back together, whatever.
Absolutely.
But honestly, forgiveness is so powerful, and I think that's just beautiful to see.
It is very beautiful to see. I hope that we get to invite this culture as well.
It will never not be funny. It will never not.
Well, they are not convinced and they are not convinced. Whatever will make them convinced, will make them convinced.
They did not say they are going to remarry or they are going to have more children together.
Come on. I know that we think that celebrity lives are left to gossip, kiki, we come on the show and we discuss it. But one thing that I know that we do try to point out is that these are real people.
Honestly.
This is somebody's life. This is a child.
If
This
it
is
were
a
you.
10-year-old.
Yeah.
I know that in the past 9 years, 10 years, anything could have happened in that boy's life, right? But going forward, he has some level of stability.
Yes,
Preach.
now.
He has some level of groundedness.
Amen.
He may need therapy to deal with whatever. It's the
All of them
truth.
need therapy. We all need
We all
therapy.
need therapy.
Hold
I'm
hands.
not saying that
We all need
it's
it.
better now than people that are reconciling with their fathers in their 30s.
True.
Yes.
And a 10-year-old is finally getting that opportunity, and you're doing, I'm not convinced.
But I don't understand though. They are not saying they are not convinced about the father and the son coming back together.
They are not convinced about
They are not
Tonto.
convinced about Tonto. It's not about
About
the
her intentions.
reconciliation.
It doesn't matter. I
No,
don't
not
care about
necessarily
her
her intentions,
intentions.
but the Christianity part of it. We remember that when we had that story, I think it was on training as well, when she was cleaning chairs in church. And people were like, why is she making videos? It is what it is. People will think about it like
No,
that.
funny. Nigerians, let's be honest,
We're very skeptical and cynical.
judgmental,
Yeah.
everything joint.
That's the way to put it.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It is a wrap for now. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye from me and the gang. Mwah.